Hey guys, it's me Don again for Voice of Crypto.online. Now I'm going to cover some pretty exciting topics as usual. And one of that is one of that being the FIFA World Cup. Many people have different interests, right? So I personally watch cricket. There's a bunch of great matches going on, and of course, the Olympics, where nations of the world compete together to see, to test the maximum a human being can achieve, through years upon years of very strenuous hard work and things like that. So again, the FIFA World Cup, it's very important because we are seeing what the human body can do. The people here who are going to be playing in these matches, representing their countries, the hopes and dreams of their people, to show finally who is the most powerful out there in this game of sort of violence but also skill, pure skill, right? And so the FIFA World Cup, if you guys didn't know, a good fact about it is 3.5 billion people watch the FIFA World Cup, right? And the last one happened in Russia in 2018, and 3.75 billion people watched it, right? Now, if you think about that, that is half the entire population of all of humanity on Earth, right? That is a little bit more than half of the entire population, right? Almost all of humanity, that is about 6.5 billion people, will be reading about the World Cup in the news, right? And other sources like YouTube, things like that. So they won't be able to watch the matches, but they'll still be able to know, the match highlights, what happened, who won, etc., who goes in finals and all of that. So I was in Qatar when the 2022 FIFA World Cup host was announced, right? And that day I went out and with my dad. At that time I was about let's say 11, right? My dad worked in a gas company there, and the entire country was celebrating. There was fireworks everywhere. And if you don't know about Arab culture, they really like vehicles, such as the most famous ones are the Toyota Land Cruisers, Toyota Pajeros, those kinds of cars. They like a lot, the SUV types. Of course, there's also people who like sedans. Who doesn't like a Ferrari or a Lambo, of course, right? But everyone were out on the road honking their horns all night. Like, I'm talking about 12 hours straight. There were no cops. All the lights were like turned off because no one was going to follow the rules, right? And everyone was just constantly honking and cheering, and the top of most of these cars were open, the sunroof, and people were just like screaming at everyone, so happy that they are about to host such a great event, right? And so when you think about that, it is something that all of humanity is going to know about, right? This event in 2022. And so a amazing thing, and the reason why we're covering this in Voice of Crypto, is that Crypto.com is going to be the official sponsor for the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, right? They're going to be the prime official sponsor. It's going to be everywhere. Their Crypto.com is going to be on all TV shows, right? Every single TV screen on this planet, right? 3.5 billion people are going to watch Crypto.com ads, right? And almost all of humanity is going to see Crypto.com in all the FIFA World Cup news that comes out, right? And so this is something amazing. This shows that humanity is moving forward into the goal of decentralized finance as a whole. We want to achieve this revolution, which removes the traditional security related issues and controls or let's say malpractice that was possible with traditional money, right? And you had to build so many different things, have so many different types of checks in order to ensure that money as a whole is safe, right? And it just wasn't possible. Like, how close the North Korean hackers got to stealing $1.1 billion, right? That's a B. That's almost 2 times the GDP of North Korea, well, the official one. It's probably much lower, the real GDP of North Korea, because of their country, right? And so this could have caused such a huge tragedy, right? North Korea is constantly proliferating, creating different types of nuclear weapons and systems that can increasingly kill a lot of people. And so this is why bad actors exist in money. Bad actors, of course, exist in cryptocurrencies as well, right? This money attracts bad actors, right? But just because there are bad actors and there are crime and money laundering and things like that involved, doesn't mean that this is a bad technology. And this is what we in Voice of Crypto always say over and over, is that cryptocurrencies are one of the most safest form of currency out there, and as a store of wealth, as a stable coin, as a transaction method, as a way to store data, as a way to it is basically like the invention of the printing press. The most powerful invention humanity has ever had is the printing press, right? That is the most, like, it beats electricity being invented by 10 times. It beats Graham Bell's phone being invented by 20 times. The printing press gave humanity what we needed to move on and become into this amazing society that we are right now, discovering so much about the world that we live in, right? And so this is the same thing. This is, on that level, this is how revolutionary cryptocurrencies are being. And so this news that, Crypto.com going to be the official sponsor of the FIFA World Cup, it tells you that even countries now are embracing cryptocurrencies, right? Before it was just people who wanted to invest in something cool, some new technology, people who wanted to, who are passionate about technology, just wanting to see how things work, etc., etc., learn something new. Now, countries are looking at cryptocurrencies as a way to transact and do things. And so this is something amazing that's coming up, and I think that everyone should, pay more attention as to the ripple effects that this news is going to create. I mean, this is something amazing, personally, and that's why I am talking so long about this. I generally don't do a podcast this long, but this is just great. And it's not just the FIFA World Cup. Half of this planet looking at crypto, right? .com. It's also literally in so many things. It's on news channels right now. For example, New Delhi Television, where I am from. Their official sponsor is crypto exchange here, Wasrex, and every single time someone turns on the TV in India to watch the news, they see that, right? And so this should be a reminder to everyone that cryptocurrencies, they are something revolutionary, and they're going to change this entire world, how we do things, and democratizing money, and ensuring that bad things that happen to the money, stealing, all the endless suffering where money is used as a weapon of war, literally, and all the amount, the blackmail, the abuse of people in the lower vulnerable classes, for example, with all the prostitution, things like that, being forced into this, being trafficked for sex, or just being trafficked for slavery, things like these, cryptocurrencies can easily defeat, right? So as more and more countries see these and regulate this amazing new cryptocurrency, democratizing money, one of the most important things to most humans out there, we will also see this world becoming a much better place. And I am very excited to be watching the FIFA World Cup, right? And I hope that everyone else who will be watching with me will have a great time supporting for their countries and our amazing athletes to see the top that a human body can achieve. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. As always do your own research. Make sure that you understand cryptocurrencies before you try to invest in them, especially since there are a lot of scams out there. This is a new type of technology, and so not a lot of people understand that. Never ever share your seed phrases, your seed keys, your login details, your personal information, your phone number. Never. No admin will ever ask that. And if you want, you can always check with the group admins, or just type in Google, and have a second opinion before you do something with your hard-earned money. So always do your own research. and ensure that you invest responsibly and trade safely. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to Voice of Crypto Online. We're going to have much more podcasts and amazing articles like these coming out. We want to bring you this knowledge and teach you all about cryptocurrencies, how they work, what they're used for, all the new amazing fronts that they're breaking through. I've been here in this industry since 2014, and I've seen every single day something new and something amazing happen. Right? Sure, every single month there is that bad thing that happens, which makes us really sad. For example, cryptocurrencies being used for the drug trade, for example, darknet markets, things like that. But every single day we see something positive being brought onto this world. And so at Voice of Crypto Online, we want to share with you all this amazing news and the amazing things that cryptocurrencies and the people involved in this industry are doing for this planet, and how cryptocurrencies are going to leave a mark not just for us, but every single generation after us. Every single future generation will benefit greatly due to cryptocurrencies. And so we want to share with you all this knowledge and embrace and be happy, seeing this industry move so greatly. To all our newcomers, please do check our social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Discord, Telegram. Please join our channels. If you want me or any one of our authors or podcasters or our amazing video podcaster Mahek to cover something that you guys want, we will always do that. Feel free to request us to do something like that. And yep, I hope to see you guys with many more podcasts and hearing your feedback on how I perform. Thank you so much, and have a nice day.